Okay, hi everyone, good morning. And today I'm going to, the artist that I'm going to introduce this morning is kind of really well known, and I believe most of you are really famous with this artist too. And because we are we are all come from Asia, and he's really famous in Asia, but mostly also in Western culture either. And his name is Hayao Miyazaki, and in Chinese it's Gong Jun. But I don't know in Korean the name maybe it's Hayao Miyazaki either. Do we know this artist? Have you heard this? No. It's okay. If I introduce you, will know. Okay. So let me start it. Hayao Miyazaki is he born in January 5, 1941, and in Japan, Tokyo, and he is a Japanese film director and animator, manga artist, and screenwriter, and he began his career in Japanese animation company, which is Toei Animation, at 1963 to 1971, and here he made a really important partner, which is Asao Takahata, which is really important at the rest of his life, and then here and then after 1979 he moved to another company, which is Tokyo Movies Shinsha, which is TMS Entertainment Limited Company, and here he have his first feature films release, which is Lupin the Third and the Castle of Lustra, and this is a really successful film, and this is his first film, and here at the 1986 he co-founded the Studio Ghibli with his important partner Takahata. Found this Studio Ghibli, and as you can see from the slide, those are the work that produced at this studio, and those are really important and really famous films that produced by this studio. And today I'm going to introduce just a few of them because they are too much, and so I just briefly introduce some of them. And the first one is the Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and this is the first film. This is the film released before the studio began, and after this film release, since this film is also really famous too and really successful in Japan, and after this film he founded Studio Ghibli Studio and the film and animation studio, and now I'm going to briefly introduce the Nausicaa, this film. This film is about story is about this Nausicaa is a princess of the Valley of the Wind, and in the last story get involved in the struggles at a really big kingdom, which is kind of try to use an ancient weapon to destroy a giant insect of a jungle, and at this story she have to stop it, and it's kind of really long story, so I try to make it short. But actually it's come from a manga created by Miyazaki. It's a 7 series manga, but it just briefly make it into a 1 to 2 hours film. So the story behind the manga and the film is slightly different, and if you are interested, you can go to find it manga to have a look. And manga means comic book. Yeah, manga is in word in Japanese. Yeah. And this is the Nausicaa. As you can see, this is Nausicaa, the main character in this film. And this film, why this film is so important is because it includes a lot of the theme that which will recur in his later films, and they include like the concern of the ecology and the human impact on the environment, and also Miyazaki is really fascinated with the aircraft and flight. So when you can see a lot of aircraft and flights repeatedly in his film, and this is Nausicaa too. And this is the jungle, which is last story is really bad for human, and we won't every time when you go to the jungle you have to wear a mask because the air there is really toxic for human beings. So, and this is Nausicaa. And this is a giant insect that will attack human beings in this film. And the second one is the Laputa, the Castle in the Sky. This is the second film that released after the Studio Ghibli found. And also it is really famous and really successful film either. And this film is talking about it released in 1986, and it's talking about the adventure of two orphans, which is Shida. This is Shida and this Pazu. They're trying to seek in a magical castle island that floats in the sky. And as you can see, this film also includes a lot of aircraft and some kind of flights here. And this is the castle floats in the sky, and finally they make it and find a castle again. And this is the most famous film that he created, which is Spirit Away, and it's talking about a 10 years old girl moving to a new neighborhood with his parents, and his father take a wrong turn, so drag them into a alternative reality inhabited by a spirit and monster. And when they came into this neighborhood, their parents ate some food by the spirit, and it's so they have a witch in this neighborhood and try to punish his parents and transform his parents into a pig. So this character, which is Chihiro have to find a way to save his family, and so he have to find a job in this best house, which is held by a witch called Yubaba. So he had to find a job in this best house to and find a way to rescue his parents. And this is Yubaba, the first picture. And yeah, and this the scene he worked at the best house. And the next one is the house moving castle. And this film is based on a novel written by a British novelist, which is called Diana Wynne Jones, and based on the same novel, which is a fantasy novel, and and this film is about also about a girl, which is Sophie. This is Sophie. Is a hat maker, and in this story, he made a mysterious wizard horde. This is horde, and one day when he want to visit his sister.
Is that a girl?
What?
No.
No, it's a man.
With the hat on.
Yeah.
That's a girl?
Yeah.
So it's be she, right?
Yeah, this is she, and this the
Okay.
wizard. Yeah,
Alright.
sorry. And she, one day she wanted to visit his sister, and on the way to find his sister, he made this wizard, and but after he made this wizard, they have a witch of the waste, curse Sophie into a 19 years old. This Sophie is a head maker, and he made this witch, and transform it into a really old woman. And he had to find a way to, kill this curse. So he travel around the waste, and at the outside the waste he meet the horse moving castle, and there he meet the horse again. So this is the briefly about the story. And okay.
Why does Thor have different color hair?
Because he's a wizard, so he can change the hair of his color anytime he wants.
Oh.
Yeah. So in the end, they both change the hair colors. Yeah. So, and the latest film he's going to release this year is the Wind is Rising, and there's not much information about this film yet. So I just briefly a sentence about this film, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Question. All right, you can turn off the camera. Okay. Question.